Merry Christmas! Your gift is Stockholm Syndrome! So yes, I lost the predictions again. I still have my crown. I don't have my cape because it doesn't show up. I don't have my world title because I can't be asked. But I have my scepter so I can bash my fucking brains in after watching this movie. I had to. I put the poll up. Holiday in Handcuffs won. And I'd heard of this movie. I knew it existed. I didn't know how bad it was gonna be. Oh my god, this movie. Oh my god. Oh. I'm going to do my best to explain the insanity of this movie. I remember hearing about it when it came out. I was mostly interested because it was Melissa Joan Hart, and I've kind of had a crush on her since she was Clarissa and Clarissa Explains It All. We're about the same age. It's not weird. And I love Sabrina the Teenage Witch, and I liked her in things. Until recently, when it came out, she's kind of terrible and been in the God's Not Dead movies, and oh boy. But still, the old flame's there. So, when it first was announced, in 2007, I had to look this up, because everyone has flip phones, so, but I thought it was like earlier. I thought it was like 2000, but it was 2007. And I want to say it was one of the first of these movies of the holiday. It was ABC Family. I thought it was Hallmark because, you know, we're used to those. But I really want to say it was one of the first to do a Christmas movie thing around Christmas. You know, one of the first movie channel thing. But I could be wrong. But it's definitely one of the early ones. It's definitely where this stupid ass formula started. All right, I haven't explained the plot. First of all, the title, Holiday in Handcuffs, is a fucking lie. The handcuffs are only in there for like 30 seconds. So, I feel they had this title, and they made a stupid movie around it. But here's the plot. It's like I said, it's Melissa Joan Hart and Mario Lopez, who I also used to like until he became problematic, so, already. Melissa Joan Hart is a struggling artist, and her parents, played by Marky Post from Night Court, Christine from Night Court, and I had to look this one up, because, like, her dad is Timothy Bottoms. I was like, he looks distractingly like George W. Bush. And he was. He was the guy who played Bush in That's My Bush. And it must have been right after they filmed the show, because he is a George Bush-looking motherfucker in this movie. And I guess it fits because he's kind of conservative. But, like, they're the typical controlling parents in this type of movie. And the dad set up this interview for her at this fancy, I don't know, it was a law firm or real estate, something high-rise, big, fancy. Get a real job, because she's a waitress in addition to being an artist. And, you know, let's look down on people who in the service industry. Yeah, let's look down on them. Maybe I shouldn't be saying that as I have a crown and waving around a scepter. But, yeah, it's that thing. You get a real job. Get your life together. Get your life together. Live your life by our way. So, she's late for the interview, misses it, goes back to her waitress job. Her mom calls her and, like, oh, when are you going to bring Nick by? We want to meet Nick. Oh, Nick was the boyfriend who that morning decided to dump her before, because, like, oh, I don't feel like doing this. This is a family holiday thing. Because they all go to a cabin in the woods. And there's more on that. I'll get to that later. I'm trying to be linear. So, she has a nervous breakdown. And Mario Lopez is there. I think he was the guy who beat her to the interview. Because there was another one because she missed it, you know, obviously. But I couldn't see and it never really came up. I think that was him. I don't know. I don't care, honestly. So, he went to the coffee shop or cafe. It was cafe. He was going to propose to his girlfriend. Melissa Joan Hart saw him and kidnaps him with a gun that the Hindu owner has from like when the British tried like enslaved India or went to India. It was his ancestor's gun, and he just had it. That's his thing. And so she kidnapped him and like tied him into her car, blindfolded him, and just fucking drove. Just drove to this cabin. She stops at this gas station that is, you know, my favorite gas, and just says gas on the title. And there's an old creepy guy there. And I'm sure after they left, he warned a bunch of teenagers that they're all doomed. But he's also kind of a sex pervert because he was going to pump the gas. He's checking out Melissa Joan Hart. Can't say I blame him. But he's just perving sex pests all over her. And when he goes to pump the gas for her, he sees Mario Lopez like he's tied up in the car like this with something attached to him. Some kind of scarf. And the guy's like, "Oh, what's going on here?" It's like, "Oh, you know, it's a kinky sex thing. It's this the getaway. It's a role play thing. He's into it." So the guy's like, "Oh, I better go inside." And then he comes back with the titular handcuffs. They're furry little cuffs. He's like, "Here, you don't be needing these. Then maybe you can come back and lock me up because he's a pervert, you see." Funny. Ugh. I get to the house. Or the cabin, and the dad is so happy that Melissa Joan Hart has, like, I don't remember any of their fucking names, honestly. I remember his Dean Martin, I think. I remember being Nick, because it was said a lot, that was a fake name. And I thought of Nick Miller from New Girl, who would have made this movie amazing, by the way. Jake Johnson would have been much better, but they get there, the first thing the dad says is like, "Oh, I was afraid you were a lesbian." Because it's 2007. And shenanigans happen. Like, Mario Lopez immediately tries to tell the dad, like, "Hey," and your parents are like, "I've been kidnapped. She kidnapped me. I'm not her boyfriend." But she went in there beforehand and told her parents that, "Oh, he likes to do this joke." And they buy it. Because they're fucking morons. And from here, there's not much to say. Like, her brother and sister show up. It's all wacky things. June Lockhart is her grandma June Lockhart from Lost in Space, and she's that typical, "Don't call me grandma. I'm sassy. I'm gonna drink and make jokes. Oh, Mario Lopez is hot. Oh, that thing, that trope is tropes all over the fucking place with this movie. And at this point, I can't be linear because I don't remember what the fuck happens other than I'm angry at all of it. Like, you know, it's just, I'm not lying when I say Stockholm Syndrome. Because, you know, for the first couple times, Mario Lopez is trying to escape. Like, we start the movie off with him already been kidnapped. He's walking, and at night, and he only got an hour, and Melissa Joan Hart brings him back, so it's cold, and he doesn't know where he is. They take all the cell phones and the keys away, because and she's the key master. I'm like, "Oh, I thought she'd be the gatekeeper." Eh. And eventually, and so, you know, he tries to escape, he tries to tell them, family doesn't believe him, think it's all a joke, stupid bullshit. Eventually he gets a cell phone, because the brother brought one and kept it so he could keep in track with his girlfriend. And so Mario Lopez calls his girlfriend and says, "I've been kidnapped! Call the cops!" And she does! And of course they listen to her because she's a rich white lady. Like, let me talk about her for a second. This film really wants to paint her as the villain. And in any other movie, she would be. She's a rich, snobby white woman. I should hate her. Her mom is also a rich, snobby white woman. This is all rich white people bullshit. But, in the course of this movie, like, Mario Lopez was going to propose to her, but then he gets abducted by Melissa Joan Hart, and then he decides, you know, once he gets in contact with his fiancée, or going to be fiancée, he decides, I'm gonna play along, because I'm gonna make your friend believe I'm the best boyfriend ever, so whenever this is all revealed, it'll look even worse for you. Whatever. But of course, it's this kind of a movie. While all the fucking montage is going on, he actually starts having feelings for her. Oh, they bond. Oh, he sees how much her family is fucking awful and treats her like shit that made her think the best thing to do was to kidnap a human being. And oh, she's an artist and her family never believed in her, but he likes her stuff and he set up a thing so she could go ice skating. Oh, it's so romantic. No! These people are terrible! They're awful! And so we also follow a subplot of the Mario Lopez's rich bitch girlfriend trying to track him down, trying to find him. And they're going to all the places. And then during the present opening scene, they all get, predictable, terrible present. Oh, wait, hold on. Before that, there's a moment where, excuse me, I have to talk about this one because this ties into something. One of the first things is they forgot extra virgin olive oil, so the dad takes Mario Lopez back to the creepy gas station, and of course the guy he's like, "Hey, you remember me?" And he's like, "Oh yeah, you were that pretty blonde lady. You lucky bastard. Hope you're having kinky sex." And then the dad comes in and goes like, "Oh yeah, extra virgin olive oil. How can you be an extra virgin?" Yeah, I've made that joke at work. But like, yeah, we like to have everything oiled up, don't we, son? And the fucking creepy gas station's like, ew. So homophobia. Yay. The reason I brought that up, because there is a scene later where after presents first, you know. They give each other shitty presents. They give Melissa Joan Hart like a leather briefcase for work because they thought she was going to get the job and get a real job and actually make something of herself. And Mario Lopez at this point feels so sorry for her. He takes the engagement ring he was going to give his girlfriend and gives it to her, acting like he's proposing. Where did any of you think this was going to end? What was the end goal? This is going to blow up. And it does. But so that happens. And then they start getting along even more. She sees him after the shower in his fucking towels. Like, oh, he's hot. Oh. And they have dinner. And you know, this is the typical part of the movie where, no, the kids, her sister has dropped out of law school and is going to start Pilates because that's when this was really popular. The brother, fuck, I can't remember what the brother said, but like this big fucking blow up. Everyone's yelling, everyone's screaming. There's a scene. Oh, no, wait. Yeah, the scene before, the brother told Melissa Joan Hart that he was gay, that he broke up with his girlfriend 6 months ago because he met someone and his name was Ryan. It's the only name I remember. So, that's where, like, they're trying to have their cake and eat it too, I think, because you make all the homophobia jokes, but then you make a character gay, so that's cool. That wipes out that ones, right? No! It fucking doesn't. Ugh. So anyway, dinner. I've completely lost track of what I was saying. Fuck the linear thing. I just have to rant about this bullshit. Dinner! Everyone's revealing the thing. He says, "Oh, I'm gay." Marky Buck's like, "Oh, I knew that." Very fucking condescendingly. Everyone's mad. Then the cops bust in. Arrest Melissa Joan Hart and her family, I guess, for aiding and abetting? You know, it's like, oh, no, his name's Nick. It's like, no, mine, Derek. I think it was Derek Martin. Something like that. It's like, no, that's my name. And so, rich bitch Karen has come to save him. They throw the crazy-ass family in jail. And, of course, he doesn't press charges. So they're free to go, except for Grandma, who then makes a pass at the cop who was holding her there. Yay! And you think that's the end of the movie, but it's not. Because then we fast forward to Valentine's Day, and Melissa Joan Hart still doesn't have a job, and she's doing paintings more, and she sees in the paper that Mario Lopez is going to get married to this woman. She feels sad, because, oh, I knew this wasn't going to happen. Why was I being foolish and thinking it would? And then they cut to Mario Lopez, and he's sitting there looking at all the different monograms of their names together, and he starts having doubts. And I'm like, again, I know what the movie wants me to feel. It wants me to be rooting for Melissa Joan Hart and Mario Lopez. And that's why I don't. Because it's manipulative bullshit. And again, if they dedicated more time showing how awful the girlfriend was, maybe I'd be on their side. But aside from just being stereotypical rich bitch we see, and do exist, let's be honest, but we haven't seen, what we've seen of her is she's been a little rude, but she's also gone to the police, tracked him down, freed him, let slide that he let the woman who kidnapped him off charges, and is still trying to get married. And when he asks, like, oh, did you ever have doubts? She's like, what? What are you talking about? Like, well, why are you with me? It's like, because we make sense, and we're going to have a great life together. And again, it's delivered in a way where we're not... It doesn't seem sincere, but I don't fucking know. Maybe it is. I legit felt sorry for her. Like, Mario Lopez called off the engagement at the last fucking minute to go believe in Melissa Joan Hart. Like, I should hate the rich Karen bitch, but I feel sorry for her. That's how you know you fucked up in your stupid movie. Ah! So, of course, Jennifer Love Hewitt? No. Fucking... Oh my god, the Melissa Joan Hart and Mario Lopez get together in the end, and it's happy. And I was gonna say, who would buy this bullshit? But the answer is a lot of people, because they keep making these stupid things. I saw a comic on Twitter where it was making fun of this exactly. Even the boyfriend was Nick. It's like, stressed out businesswoman has to go to small town for some reason. She has a boyfriend, and she meets guy who treats her terrible at first, but then they discover the magic of Christmas and falls in love, and the boyfriend comes like, what's going on? Why are you still in this town? Like, oh, I love him. But it's cheating! It's cheating! And that's what this is! He starts falling in love with her, but like, you have someone you are going to ask to marry you! Don't know why, but apparently she was important to you. But just this one weekend of being kidnapped was enough to make you question this relationship you've had for presumably a couple years. Fuck this bullshit. Fuck these movies. Fuck people who like them. And fuck you people for voting on this. And fuck you, Vince, for all your shitty fucking decisions that make me have to watch it. I kind of side with Seth now. I get it. You people, we had fun. But you people, are you happy now? Are you not entertained? You enjoy my pain. Well, I'm in pain. This movie caused me pain. Like, I sent a tweet out in the middle of watching it that all I think of at one point was Saberspark from his latest review of that weird Christmas movie, which I'd rather watch that. It's just like, that's the movie! That's the movie! That's the movie! Gah! So no, I didn't like it. Next month is the Royal Rumble. And I'm usually good at predicting that. If nothing else, Nate is terrible at it. So I hope to God I won't be here, and he will have to do the punishment. And I've rambled for about 20 minutes on this stupid fucking movie. Also, I know Doug Walker did some nostalgic review. I don't care, I don't watch him anymore. I'm sure what I've just did right now is way more entertaining than his bullshit. So, I'm going to sign off. And I don't drink. but I kind of feel I need one. See ya.